What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with another Tales-related video. I would normally just say Tales of the Rays, but this is my Tales of Festival Day 1 breakdown video. So I'm going to talk about, everything that kind of happened, because I just finished watching the stream. I was actually just waiting for them to post this, which is the mobile game section of news that they went over. So we're going to go over this, and then I will just talk about everything else. I do want to get the big thing out of the way first, though, because I'm sure people are going to be like, Tales of Arise, did they show anything? Yes. They gave us a short new trailer. I don't remember how long it was, probably minute and a half. A lot of scenes were recycled still from 2 years ago, but they did have some new stuff in there, plus some new dialogue. I'm hoping that the official Tales channel does put that up, subtitled or dubbed, whatever they have planned. But at the end of it, they did say there was a little notice that said more info in spring 2021. So obviously it's pretty much already spring. It's not like officially spring yet. So I do think, either middle of April or end of April or the beginning of May will be when they reveal this information. Probably in like a Nintendo Direct kind of style thing. They'll probably just upload a video. They'll do like a premiere thing, and then you'll be able to watch it, and it'll be, the developers talking about, it'll probably be Tomizawa on there, I would assume. Probably just talking about how everything has been going, when they expect the game to come out, probably have another new trailer for us. So that's when that's going to happen for Tales of Rise. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. More info in 2021. I saw a lot of people get overexcited because all they saw was they saw spring 2021 on the thing, and they were like, oh my god, it's coming out in spring. No. I think they're going to have this trailer and, talk about the game in spring, and then it'll probably come out around like November, or if they're really still behind, then maybe early next year. But I don't expect to see it at least before, October, November. But who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us. Maybe they'll have the video in a couple weeks and they'll be like, oh, it's coming out this summer. Just have to wait and see. I know a lot of people are going to be mad because it's like, oh, they just gave us a tiny trailer to tell us that there's more news. Like, it's basically an announcement for an announcement. I look at it this way. I had no expectations going into the stream. I thought they were going to say, we're working on the game, and that's it. So I already got more than I expected. There was a little trailer. Obviously, like I said, I don't know what was in the trailer besides the visuals because, I can't understand Japanese. So we'll have to wait for the actual trailer with subtitles to come out on the Tales YouTube channel. But, yeah. So I just look at it this way. I'm happy that they're working on the game as hard as they are. They're not rushing out a product like a lot of games that have come out during COVID. You can think of a lot of games that are probably like, oh wow, they should have taken more time with this. But obviously they wanted to make their ends meet. Anyways, enough about that. That's Tales of Arise. I guess we'll just talk about the festival real quick. The whole first 2 hours was like simple stuff. It was, they were doing live skits. They were doing character polls, which they did a character poll for which character fans would want to cheer them on. So like a supportive character. I think off the top of my head, I can remember what the top 3 were. For the males, it was Mikleo in first place. I think it was Yuri in second place, and it was Lloyd in third place. And for the females, it was... I remember Colette was second place. Velvet was third place. And, Milla was first place. So there you go with those. And then after that, they did the news section. And then they had a concert with Sakuraba. And they were doing a bunch of Fantasia songs. They did some Berseria stuff. They did a lot of other games. So that was pretty cool there, which they are going to have more musical stuff to do tomorrow. And then that was pretty much it. It was like a 4-hour thing. It pretty much went from 2 a.m. Eastern to 6 a.m. Eastern. But it was fun. I had fun hanging out with some of my friends and watching it together. It was a good time. Even if, the Arise stuff isn't not my group, just Twitter in general. I do see a lot of people being like, oh, they should have given us more. It's been 2 years. But, we'll get the game when it's ready. Just be glad it's not going to be rushed out like something like, I don't want to really point out fingers for a game because that's not fair to do, you know, because some people really like games. But let's just say there are some Tales games that do feel like they were rushed at times. Anyways, enough about that. Let's go over this Tales news section for the mobile games. So this is only for Raze and Asteria. Crestoria, because to the Kanata and Mizella's voice actors are guests, they are saving that for tomorrow. So whatever they have, which I don't even, what do? You announce a new banner or like what? Maybe they'll talk about some updates coming to the game. I really don't know because it's too early to talk about I guess they could announce the new side story early, but I don't know what else they could really announce. But I guess we'll see. Anyways, we're just gonna scroll through this. I'm not gonna actually play it because obviously I don't want copyright stuff. Oh, and another thing, if you go to the Tales YouTube channel, they did post the opening for the 6th arc of Tales of Asteria, which looks really, really cool. Obviously, also not going to play that here. So you can definitely go and watch that if you do play Asteria. Plus, they have this banner up on Asteria right now where you get a free multi on this. It has all these characters in here. And on step 5, you get a guaranteed 5-star. So that's pretty cool there. Oh yeah, and I guess for Tales of Festival, I don't know if it's part of a login bonus or if it's going to be an event, but there is a 5-star Caius you can awaken into a 6-star. Where's the 6-star art? That's it. Okay, there it is. There's a 6-star artwork. So pretty cool there. What else do we have? I think that was it for oh, and Rain. I love how they chose this artwork. Rain and Barbados got chosen from the last voting thing they did, so they will be the next characters in Asteria to be getting new units. So they'll get 5 stars that can turn into 6 stars. This is obviously for the new arc. So that's pretty cool there. And then I think, oh, they actually show we're not going to show the opening here, even though it looks really, really cool. So now over to the Raze section. I didn't predict this. So this first thing, we know what the next set. So obviously we know after the 3 crossover Mirage Arts that we're getting. They did say they would do the other 3 that didn't win the voting, but I think that'll be over time. I don't think those will be next. So now we're going to be voting for, when we do this new event, what the next pairings are going to be. And the pairing theme is family. So, first pair. Oh, can we get a better shot? Okay, I guess this is good. We're going to get Stan and Kyle, obviously father and son, are going to be which this was obvious. Once they introduced this, we knew we were going to get this. So Stan and Kyle is the first pair. Rain and Genus, obviously brother and sister, is the second pair, which is kind of funny because they literally just got Decisive Mirage Arts, but obviously the next Raze Festival probably won't be till during the summer sometime. Hisui and Kohaku, also brother and sister. Asbel and Hubert, brother and brother. Shigure and Rokuro, brother and brother. And I think I missed one. Where is it? There we go. Rimmel and Lilith. So what is that? 6? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's okay. So those are the 6. So you'll get to vote between those 3. I think Stan and Kyle is obviously going to win. I think Rokuro and Shigure will win. And then, I want to say Rain and Genus, honestly. Yeah, I think those are going to be the ones I think are going to win. So we got that. So that's pretty cool that that's coming. Now, this next thing that's coming, which will definitely be at the end of the... Oh, by the way, they also had this funny thing where I guess Melina has a bunch of pictures of Ix in her phone. So that's kind of funny. Okay. This is what I'm really excited about. So, and I actually predicted this when they first announced the Raven thing. I don't know if I ever said it in a video, but what I basically said was I thought that they were going to do an Alexei raid to go with Schwann, you know, the form change thing. And that's exactly what is happening. Let's actually just turn this off and let it... Okay, so Let's just quickly. So Estelle is getting a decisive mirror. I assume these are decisive mirror jarts. I could be wrong. They could be overrays. If I'm wrong, then you can go ahead and correct me. This looks like Estelle at the top of the final dungeon. You know, you can tell at the background when she's like kind of pointing at Duke, I guess. This is kind of, it looks like they're in kind of like the garden, which is interesting. Rita, it looks like this might be an, what's it called? Halure? Because there's like this big tree back here. But I'm not actually 100% on that. So Estelle and Rita are getting decisive mirror jarts, which is actually really good for me because I need stuff for Rita. I only have one mirror jar for her. I have her seasonal. I pulled it like 3 times, but I do want to get more stuff for her. And here's Alexei finally coming to the game, so that's pretty neat, I would say. And obviously, this is at the top of what the heck's that thing called? It's basically where you defeat him, where he was basically unleashing the Autophagos. So there's that, and then really quickly, obviously this is, so I assume this is a decisive mirror jart. And it'll also be like, if you pull this, this is how you will unlock his form change. And obviously it's the scene where, you know, he betrays you, and then you fight him, and then he holds up the thing letting you get away. You think he dies, and then he shows up again later. Spoilers, by the way. Raze is always about spoilers. So you get to see kind of some combos right here, which is pretty cool. And you get to see that right there. Now, we still don't know a lot of how this is going to work. You know, how does Raven exactly work when it comes to this form change? Do we have to pull a whole new set of gear for him? Once we unlock the mirror jart that has his form change, does it just change all the weapons we have into alternate versions when it's equipped? So if you have like 3 of his 5 stars and 1 of his 4 star, do those 3 5 stars and 1 4 star in the form change just become melee arts? We don't know yet. You know, we'll probably understand better when the event is coming closer and we actually take a look at the banner. I'm hoping we don't have to pull for a whole new set of weapons, because that's kind of annoying, and, you know, obviously that'll be their excuse for people to have to spend more money on their favorite characters if they have to pull for a separate set of weapons. I'm fine with the separate mirror jart. And then when you have that mirror jart equipped, it, you know, activates the form change or whatever, which you can probably use the mirror jart in either one, at least that one. As for the Raven mirror jarts, I don't think you'd be able to use them on Schwan, just because it's like Schwan doesn't use a bow and arrow. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see how that kind of pans out. Now, for the last, there was one more piece of news I want to quickly go over, and that is right here. We are getting our first, well, I don't want to say first, well, it kind of is, because once we got a Tales of Link collab and Raze, Link had already shut down. So I guess you could say this is our first, like, big collab between 2 Tales games. So Asteria is going to be collabing with Tales of the Raze this summer. We don't know the contents of it. We don't know who's going to what game. But there is going to be a collab, which is interesting because Asteria really only has, like, a couple original characters, and they're not even, like, big ones. It's not like that, they're not ones that would be fighting. They're just kind of like NPCs. So I'd be very interested to see what they do for on the Raze side for Asteria. The only thing I can really think of is maybe some of the original. So like in the 4th arc, or let me start earlier. In the 2nd arc, we got Dark Earheart when she basically got possessed. They could definitely do that as like a mirror jart. I don't think they'd make a separate character. They could give the White Lion mirror jart versions for Yuri, who was Claw, Lloyd, who was Fang, and then Milla, who was Roar. We could get those outfits and mirror jarts. And then another thing people were saying, you know, maybe with the new arc, we could get Future Mikleo, since Future Mikleo is going to be in the new arc of Asteria. So that'd be very interesting there. And then obviously on the Asteria side, you'll probably get Ix and Melina on a banner or as event units, which will be very interesting because it'll be the first time we get mobile game characters in Asteria from another game, because there's no Tales of Link units in Asteria at all. There's obviously no Cristoria units, so Raze will be the first one to get units in Asteria. Which, Asteria is handled by the same team that works on Crestoria. So I think it's like Collab. So this does obviously give us hope that, you know, Raze and Crestoria collab will probably happen at some point. But for right now, looks like we're starting with Asteria and Raze. So pretty exciting stuff there. That's pretty much it. That's what happened with day 1. I will probably make a breakdown video separately when they upload that Arise trailer. And, you know, we'll go over what's actually said there once there's actually subtitles on it. I assume since it'll be uploaded to this channel, they'll definitely at least put subtitles, even if it's the same trailer. Probably won't be a dub trailer yet, but we'll at least get, like, subtitles on it so we can actually know what's being said. So I'll go over that when that's up. And then, of course, I will have another video for you around this time tomorrow going over what happened in day 2, which really should just be Crestoria. I mean, if they announce a remaster or remake or some kind of port of games, you know, I'll obviously cover that, and that could be in day 2. But as for the only game news I'm really expecting is just whatever Crestoria has to talk about. But I think we could definitely see a remake, remaster, or a port of some kind. I think that'd be pretty neat. But that's going to be it, guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.